What's up? What's up? What's up? What's today? Thursday? Happy Thursday, you guys. Welcome to Wind Down. Welcome to the finale Wind Down with the Denmarks. We are excited you guys are on tonight. We're excited to share a few things with you. Thank you for that. Go ahead, like and share this. Share this with anyone you think it may be helpful. Anyone interested in investing in real estate. Anyone interested in building generational wealth for their family and generations to come. Welcome to the Denmarks. Wind Down with the Denmarks.
You like my frozen impression?
Why are you being frozen there? You're being creepy.
I was stuck.
You're being creepy, sir. Very creepy.
I was stuck. You ain't like my stuck impression?
Why would you do that? All right. Tonight's Wind Down is sponsored by Donna and Michael Bridges. We thank you. We have Bartender, a product of Italy. It's some Moscato. I'm excited to test it out. I'm super excited to test it out. I'm a little dehydrated,
if you're looking for some AC work, Mr. Michael Bridges is the man to call.
Ooh, we got a little bubbly Moscato.
Little bubbly
Moscato.
And Mike been knocking out some AC units for me, man. Boom, 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 boom. On point. Communicates well. I'm going to put his number up here before we leave.
Absolutely. Thank you, Miss Donna.
What's up, Miss Donna? You was on my mind today, Miss Donna, just the FYI.
I am excited. I'm excited. You ready? Let's do a recap.
Do you want the truth or do you just want me to say yes? So
listen, you guys. Antonio is over here trying to sneak. If you see Antonio head turn, he's practicing being stuck. Let me tell you the truth, because he always got something up his sleeves. He is practicing being stuck, so when you see him look away and he's looking at the dolphins,
that's about over now.
You see him looking at the dolphins, that's what's going on. Or you just hear he just spazzes out for no reason.
About over now. Ooh,
that was good.
Did you know this was good or something? Because you was antsy as hell to get to it.
My mom told me that this was one of the first Moscatos that her and my dad used to drink. And she was really antsy about telling me how good it was.
Caught her antsy bug because you was antsy as hell. It's good though. It is good now. She got this earlier in the Wind Down series.
This is delicious.
Can drinks be delicious?
Can drinks be delicious?
I don't know, but this is though.
Yeah, Donna, that's amazing. Y'all, shout out to Donna and Michael Bridges, Michael and Donna Bridges.
So why did you reverse it? You said the same thing.
Because the male should always be first.
Oh, well.
If you're married, the male should be first. If you're engaged, the woman should be first.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. What book that's in? Show learn an English one. What book that's in?
It's in every book. Just because you wouldn't know. You haven't
read
book
is it. I'm listening.
I mean, it's in a lot of books. I don't know what book in particular. I can look it up and find it, but I can't just
make your stuff up.
Spaz out a book. I don't know what you're saying.
You just look ugly.
Yeah, I have no idea. I don't understand that.
You can make it their tablets.
Amir's asleep.
Yeah.
Okay.
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 I've been here so long, and I think there was.
All right.
Tomorrow's an e-learning day, so they think that's considered a weekend, and they don't gotta go to sleep. So
you may hear some Denmark. You are gonna hear some Denmark kids in the background, but we got the two babies asleep. I think
those are the most important ones.
I think we got the two babies asleep. All the big ones are running around here trying to be a part of Wind Down with the Denmarks
and eat candy
to stay up. Honestly. Mm-hmm. Antonio,
right. What's the recap for today?
All right, recap today. What did I do today? I don't know what I did today.
Usually, you remember.
I did a lot of work today. I did a lot of programming work today. Like working on some funnels, communicating with some REI Live sponsors.
Get that bottle back. This hand
Had
gonna make it.
two student meetings, one with an old student and one with the new student. So that was productive. I had a meeting with the Leah's teacher today on Zoom. That was pretty good. It wasn't a bad meeting. It was a good meeting. We went over test scores, Aaliyah as her student, who's a teacher's pet.
Leave me alone.
You're a teacher's pet?
Yes. I've been a teacher's pet since second grade.
Teacher's pet. She's
I
a
was
suck
a
up.
teacher's pet in my class.
She's a suck up, you guys. Suck up. She her teacher lets her use her cell phone to call me for random foolishness. This morning she called me because she couldn't find her homework
In my bag.
in her bag. Lee, I can tell this story. This is my wind down. You just supposed to sit there and be quiet. She couldn't find her homework in her bag, and she thought I was gonna come and bring it to her. No, ma'am. You're gonna take that zero.
Zero for the day.
You're gonna take that zero for the day. That is your responsibility, not mine. And I will not interrupt my day for homework, especially with the straight A student. That zero is not gonna hurt you.
Is it?
It may give you a B on your report card, but that has nothing to do with me.
Does it?
Will it affect the straight A student? It might drop it down to a B or a C. That has nothing to do with me. Your responsibilities are your responsibilities.
Well, what was it in my backpack? You see?
Not my responsibility. All right, Tanya, what you did?
Tanya, move that frog out the way. Get it off of their table, but so it might hurt the table.
It's gonna hurt your eyes because it's your recap.
I went and checked on a property today.
You was in the meetings with the
I was in the
student
meetings with the student meetings. I actually did some research on some funding companies today. I didn't get a chance to call any, but I did some research. Just trying to check and see what's the landscape right now from funding from a hard money standpoint. I didn't talk to them, but I got 3 good prospects.
Bye.
Really?
Go put it in the room.
So, and I guess today is about funding.
Today is about funding. So what did you see?
So, I'm gonna tell you my thought process and why I actually even started looking for different lenders today. Being that our main strategy is to burr, I am thinking that we might actually. What's up, Ebony?
Hey, beautiful.
We might actually be better off instead of refinancing, because we're not going to change our strategy. We are going to double down on our strategy. But right now, the interest rates are so high, it might actually be better for us to go in a interest-only loan.
Some bridges.
We call it a bridge loan, meaning the property's rehab, tenants in it, and it's stabilized. And we go into an interest-only loan. And typically, that's not what we do. Typically, we go into a 30-year loan. But the thing about the 30-year loans is that they have a 5-year prepayment penalty. So we're kind of like, I was playing with the numbers today to see what's our best option. Do we just do interest only, 18 months, and then let the interest, what up, Frank?
Hey, Frank.
And then in a year and a half, when interest rates come back down, you refinance into a 30-year loan if I still have the property. Or my tenant buyer could potentially buy the property by then, and I don't have to worry about it, and I don't have to pay the prepayment penalty, and I can keep my cash flow. So that is one thing I started to do today. Look for 18 months. I can get a 12-month with no problem, but I really want an 18-month interest-only loan, probably around 8-9% would be ideal for me. The guy that I used last time was at like 12, which that was too high for a bridge loan, and it was for 12 months. So I'm looking for like an 18-month bridge loan 8 to 10% would be ideal. I can still cash flow at that point. I can still get the leverage I want to take care of my first and second lender and get out of it. So that's what I started today. I got like three. I called them. I didn't get no answers, but kind of how my days roll. If it don't get done, then it's
It
kind
might
of
get pushed to the back.
next day.
Yeah. We did do some market analyzing today with our flip that's on the market.
Yep. Did some market analyzer. Had a private money lender meeting today. Market has shifted since we did the flip, and she's a little nervous. So we are making accommodations for her because in the end, she is the lender. And like I always say, our goal is to make sure that our lenders are happy and that we are providing a good service to them. So we made a decision to take a property off the market today. Do a couple updates, not really updates, but it's a tree fell on the property, and
it's not severe. It's
we was
just
waiting for the insurance company to kind of take care of it, but it's been a process because the person who's supposed to handle it been out of town for 2-3 weeks. So took it out the market. We're going to take some pictures of it. We're probably going to virtual stage it and put it back on the market. It's been on the market for
59 days.
59 days.
We had one offer. We had a person to say they were going to make an offer, but they haven't made an offer yet. But all in all, we had one offer. We didn't care for it, so we countered. They didn't accept. So we sold the market. Yeah.
But I will say this, man. Be patient. Real estate is a patient game. And you just can't make knee-jerk reactions all the time. You can't wait till the last minute.
Definitely.
Yes, always pay your limits for anything else. That's important.
Absolutely.
You can't make knee-jerk reactions, but also you got to recognize what's going on. I think that is important. It's crazy how all that goes together today. So we've dropped the price.
We dropped the price on Monday, but I think on Tuesday is when
interest rates went up. So
Tuesday.
anytime interest rates go up, there's a recalibration of the market, and
what buyers who once could afford that area now they can't afford that area. So then you really roll into a whole new set of buyers. And in my opinion, you roll into a whole new set of buyers that have to first agree in their heart that they're ready to go down.
Yes, they can't buy what they want to buy. I think that'd be a good. We ain't got the time for it, but like compared to, I would say 6 months ago.
Oh yeah, 6 months ago.
Like people could
when
afford
3%.
Yeah,
like they could afford a whole lot.
$300,000 houses. Let's do that real quick. Let's see how much. Let's go. Can you share? Go to Zillow.
Zillow.
Let's do that real quick. Let's see what at 3%, what a monthly payment and affordability would be versus today. I believe it's 7%.
But Zillow tell us exactly.
You don't know if they're gonna update it that quick.
Oh no, Zillow updates while you talking, it'll switch back and forth. I promise you, watch.
I ain't got time for you.
What else do you have time for? My point, exactly.
I want to give you a Johan special.
You bet not.
Johan special. Why?
No reason.
People could afford before versus what they can afford now.
Really calculator. So you want to
go?
Hold on. Do you feel like dropping the price? Hold on, let's see that. Do you feel like dropping the price makes buyers start making low offers? Honestly, I don't know what it does. I I don't even think it works, to be honest, but it's just a strategy. Like that strategy will probably work with or without it. In my opinion, enough people have to physically put their eyes on the property before you get an offer. Because what works for someone, what works for one person may not work for the next person. So in my opinion, when I get to a certain amount of viewers and a certain amount of people that have actually walked in, put their eyes on the property, I can tell you, okay, this week we should be getting an offer.
And what's your number? I know what my number is. What's your number?
My number is 40.
I say around 30, 25 to 30.
Mine is 40.
Is when you're going to be getting an offer from a flip standpoint.
Yeah.
So you got to make sure the price is.
And that's from a tough market. I'm not talking about the market from the last 6 months where you ain't even have to go see it. But from a tough market, from the market before COVID.
Now. Yes. Yeah, I would say that's a good analogy. It's not just one person in and out. I would say about 30 views, about 30 eyes, you're going to be getting the offer.
Yeah. I can deal with that. All right, let's check this out. Let me share it and let's talk about it.
So let's put a $5,000 down payment. All right. Push it over. You know, just push it over.
Hold on. Lee, go check continue.
But what you doing, babe?
I had to push it over. It got stuck. Yeah. Am I keeping the debt? Am I going with 70,000?
So let's go back to 50,000.
Okay.
So we're gonna play around and go back to 60,000. Go to 60,000. All right. So roughly, a person that made $60,000, $5,000 down payment, $250 in debts, they can buy a house for roughly $230,000. All right. Understand, this is why the market is adjusting. Man,
I'm trying to make sure you don't have questions since I can't see it on this.
Well, you can't operate that and make sure I got questions, but
yes. Okay, they can see it now. Okay.
Good. All right. So a month ago, interest rates were 6 months ago, interest rates were 3%. So change the interest rate. So that same person a month ago was looking at houses in the $300,000 range. Now they're looking at houses in the $230,000 range.
Like that's a big difference.
In the Birmingham market, that's a huge difference. Like at $300,000, you getting 4 bedrooms, almost 5, 2+ bathrooms, 2,500 square feet brick houses for real at $300,000. You're getting the works at $300,000 in Birmingham, depending on the area for the most part. But to now tell that person you can't buy $300,000 no more.
You now
got to go shop in the $230,000 range. Like those are different classes. Mm-hmm. So it takes, once a person gets that realization, there's an adjustment period.
And some of them may not even buy it because they're like, no, I'm not.
Yes.
I'm not gonna take my hard-earned money and settle.
Yes.
For this.
You gotta come in.
Because it's not going up, it's only going down.
Yes.
Frank said that's without consideration of credit profile.
Yes.
Yes.
That's not even they still qualify from a DTI standpoint.
Yeah, this is all considered. Their credit is pretty good.
Yes.
Like
if they was on the borderline from a DTI standpoint,
it's over.
They can't even afford no more.
It's over with.
So I think we can say all that to say when those interest rates go up, there's going to be a dead period, I would say, to where people are recalibrating. Okay, what can I afford? What's in this price point? Do I want to buy?
What's my time frame? Can I find an apartment instead? Can I find a
Yes.
house for rent instead? Because I'm not comfortable with settling for my family to go from a $300,000 area to really a $200,000 area.
Yep.
Are there any $200,000 areas that I would even consider that has a good school system?
Yep.
Like all of those questions come into play because of it. And Frank, that's a great point. You can't afford to rent or buy right now. I had someone literally in my DM for a house that we have listed in Inslee, and the house, it's a 3-2, and it's not a $200,000-$300,000 house. It's literally $110,000 house, and the rent is $975. She asked me if it was in a good area, and I didn't even feel comfortable telling her. Like, for $975 today, you don't get a good area.
You just get somewhere to lay your head.
You don't get a good area. Now, it used to be $975 was pretty decent, and it was the $750s that wasn't, but it shifted.
I don't know. That's the right word. Shit,
It's changed.
Shit, a change, huge shift.
Definitely.
So you got to make a decision though, because the one thing about it ain't going down. Rent ain't getting no cheaper.
And rent isn't cheaper because when we're refinancing as landlords, the interest rates for us are high. Yep. So in order to cash flow, we have to increase the rents.
Yep.
And a lot of people think that landlords are making $1,200 a month because you're paying them. No, they have a mortgage. They're probably cash flowing $300, $350.
Yep. If that.
Facts.
So take that into consideration. If you are a renter, just because you paying $1,200, $1,300, $1,400 don't mean your landlord is making $1,200, $1,300, $1,400. They might be making $300, $200, and then you want to trip about some stuff. So, I know we are investors on this, most of us, and we own houses, but at the same time, it's a circle. We got to take care of each other.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And that's what led me to the bridge loans.
Okay. Talk about it.
I kind of did.
Okay. Do I need to leave that? Are you finished with?
I'm finished with what?
Are you finished with the Zillow affordability?
Nope. All right. Let's do this. Let's say I don't go to affordability. Go to. Don't look at me because you were the wrong stuff.
To the left. Mortgages.
It's not what I said.
You said. You back up?
Got a refinance on a my refinance is what looking at now. Let's say 160,000.
I was thinking 150. All right.
And my interest rate is probably going to be about 8. No down payment. So that put me at like $1,600 at a 8% interest rate. So kind of what I'm in, let's see, go 9%. So how I normally calculate it, usually 2% higher. If the market is telling us interest rates are 7% right now, then my refinance is going to be about 9%. So you got 9%?
We're at 8.
What you did? Why you being extra? Huh?
was fire.
Why you being extra? Like, we ain't gotta be extra.
That was fire.
So 9%, ain't buying no points, ain't doing nothing. My mortgage payment gonna be about.
Let it read
This
just.
today's lesson?
Are you just gonna spaz out and say that out loud? Yes.
1700. Let's just say 1682. The reason I was looking into a bridge loan because if I can get a bridge loan at 9%, my interest payments will be roughly $1,200. So I might can save a little bit and make a little bit of money
on a cash flow perspective.
On a cash flow perspective, I get a bridge loan versus a 30-year loan, and I still got to pay back the prepayment penalty. So,
go ahead. So,
that's what I read.
Frank says the rates will get better, maybe not in our lifetime.
Oh, it will. I don't see it lasting more than a year or so. I think it's doing what they wanted to do.
It's correcting the market. So, like, I have my own little reason of why I feel
hold on. Let me
like
finish my point before you get your.
Okay.
Because you're gonna take the people left field with your theory.
Left.
So that's why I say I was considering a bridge loan because I can probably rent my property for $1,700-$1,800 now and make some cash flow and just pay my taxes up at the end of the year or something like that, or roll my taxes into my refinance when I do it. So just trying to see what's out there. All right, Ashley is going to take a left field.
I probably shouldn't.
No. Give it to him. Let's see if y'all agree or disagree with Ashley.
My reason why the interest rates and everything is adjusting the way it is because there are too many small business owners. There are too many people that had left the workforce. So a way to get people back into the workforce is to make it harder, to make it not affordable, to raise rates, to raise prices, so that these areas, because like everything is suffering. The Pentagon is suffering.
What you mean?
The Army is suffering because they have a lack of employees, skilled employees. Every restaurant you go to, they're short on staff. Like no one is in the workforce. And it's either because they've passed away due to COVID, or because they started their own adventure. They've started their own businesses. They've started their own things where they don't need to be in the workforce. Well, the more people you have out of the workforce, the more harder things are when it comes to just functioning. The air flight traffic control, you can't get them to come in, and guess what? If it's not enough of them, your plane, you can't even travel. So it's important to get those skilled workers back into those skilled positions. Agreed. So the way to do it, in my opinion,
I'm gonna let you finish,
is to raise rates, raise everything to where you need to have a job.
And I don't know if I agree or disagree with my wife. But I would say that we had dinner last night, and the guy that we had dinner with, he was an investor before the 2008 crash came. And he was doing good. Everything was going well. But when it happened, it took him down. He ended up becoming a realtor. So he ended up not necessarily going back into the 9-to-5 workforce, but he ended up going to something that was a little more stable. Mm-hmm. So I can see them trying to make life uncomfortable for the entrepreneurs that's just getting by, mm-hmm. and saying, let me go back to work for a minute until I can get through. And once they get you back in there, it's hard to break out.
Yeah. Somebody put, you're right. And they're still trying to get the PPP and EIDL money back. They are, because they gave out too much money.
Yep.
And then they brushed it out so fast, which is what they had to do. because in that situation, people were struggling, people were losing their jobs, so you had to get it out fast. But they also didn't have the right systems in place to really verify. And I know there were people who had legit businesses that were being denied for the PPP and the EIDL based on their businesses, even ones that filed it in their taxes because they didn't agree with the type of business, but yet they gave millions away fraudulently.
Hey,
So
that's how the cookie crumbles.
that it is. It is. It absolutely is.
What's y'all thoughts? Agree? Disagree? Give us some feedback on that thought right there. We done turned the last night a wind down into a political session.
And we should. It's not political.
It's what?
Oh, I don't know. I don't like it
pour
being
my wine a
political.
little bit.
I could pour you wine.
What you call, if it ain't political, what you call it?
I definitely think what's happening right now is definitely intentional.
Oh,
yes.
They basically saying it.
Yeah.
If you look, I was reading an article today, and keep in mind, I ain't gonna say it's a credible article, but in reading the article, they are basically saying that the feds are prepared for a recession. That's why they keep doing it. Like they're telling you that in the paperwork. They are prepared to keep raising them until a recession comes. In so many words. So it's definitely intentional. It's definitely make us entrepreneurs think twice about what we're doing and what's going on. So it's life.
Definitely is. Will you feel some kind of way if you have to go back to the workforce?
I ain't going back to the workforce. I ain't going back. I can't even say I've been in the workforce.
Yeah,
I ain't going back.
You went back. You was there.
I'm a hustler, baby. I'm a hustler. Do what I got to do. Oh, when I go back to the workforce, if I got to file bankruptcy like 3 times, and they got to take everything, it's the only way. And I still don't see. I'm still gonna start a business. I got too much knowledge.
I agree.
I got too much know-how, man.
So Frank said, a recession is based on your income. Some people are already there. Facts.
Ooh.
Facts. Shar said he ain't going back.
Going back. I got too many little small business, little $100,000 business in my head to go back. I go be.
But I think going to that, it's important that if you are an entrepreneur to pick a recession-proof business, a business that can outlast recession. I personally feel that real estate is recession-proof. Why is real estate recession-proof? It's because someone is going to always need somewhere to rent. They're going to always need a house, an apartment to stay in. So as long as you have real estate, then it's really recession proof. Now, does that mean you may have to have some competitive prices sometimes? Yes. But real estate, in my opinion, is recession proof if you have enough of them.
Okay, maybe just do that one in there.
Okay.
If you have enough of them.
If you have enough.
But I would say based off 2007, 2008, that showed us real estate ain't recession proof. Because a lot of people lost a lot of money back then.
I'm saying from an investor standpoint, a lot of people lost a lot of money because of the appraisals. We're saying that the houses appraised for more than what they really were.
No, I'm just saying investors. It's a lot of investors.
Well, it is some investors that lost.
So I won't say it's recession proof. If you have enough of it, you have the right real estate.
It depends.
You can get through.
And it depends on where you are. If you're at 65%, 70%, then I think you're good. But if you're over leveraged when it comes to real estate, then no, it's not recession proof if you're over leveraged.
So it's not recession proof. Real estate is too big to say recession proof.
Well, someone says buying real estate right is recession proof.
Buying it right. So there's a lot of ifs to go into it. You just can't make that blanket statement of real estate is recession proof.
So other recession proof businesses other than real estate, I heard someone say this. I haven't looked into it per se, but one is ambulance companies. Someone's always gonna need to ride the ambulance.
I would think that beautician is
The beauty
the
industry,
beauty industry is kind
is
of a
definitely recession proof. Yeah,
we're gonna do that.
yeah.
That was another one I just had in my head.
Someone said investors lost in '08 because they weren't reinvesting.
Facts. I can see that too. I had a good one in my head.
Recession proof business.
Yes. But to me, I'm gonna say what I would do. Recession hit, them all outside of business.
Someone said, I'm going to mortuary school. Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's definitely recession proof.
Recession
Funeral
proof.
homes are definitely recession proof because people are always dying. So yeah, Frank, that's kind of who I heard it from. As far as the emergencies.
I will say that I'm gonna go get my appraisal license. I'm gonna get my inspection license. And I'm gonna make money. One of them two ways. Because even though the market gonna be going down, understand that houses are still gonna be bought.
Houses, as much as they thought the market was gonna go down when they shut down the whole world, they thought, okay, for sure the housing market was going to suffer because there was going to be no realtors going out showing houses. There was going to be no closing attorneys closing because no one wanted to get COVID. But real estate came, yes. Real estate never stopped. People bought more houses during the shutdown periods of COVID than any other time.
Try to get passive income. However you get there, can't go wrong. See, I ain't crazy.
So someone put appraisal license, real estate license, life insurance license, and notary license. You can't go wrong. Absolutely. Just become certified in a few things. So someone says, should we pursue a real estate license during this time? HVAC is recession proof.
Yes. When people ain't going hot or cold, you gonna fix that.
You gonna fix that. I think it depends on what you want to do with this real estate license. Do I feel like you need to have your real estate license to be an investor? Absolutely not. But do I feel like it helps you by having your real estate license? It does.
Yes.
But will it delay you being an investor? Yes. Because you can't focus on both things at the same time.
It's hard.
Especially starting out. Now, once you've mastered one, then you can focus on the next. But if investing is what you want to do, I would say jump in, be an investor first, and then go back and get your real estate license. Personally, I would say that.
Yeah.
But I definitely agree. Everything from your electricians, HVAC, your plumbers, those are going to all be recession proof. Now, maybe your painters, that's not recession proof because people might not want you.
I got one for
coming in their houses. What?
Is a car wash recession proof?
As long as there's cars, a car wash, because oh yes, a car wash is recession proof.
I would just cater to women. Women, they don't feel recessions. They gonna
you
take care
petty.
of themselves. Is that petty?
You are petty, but no.
Women ain't going out no.
They may not
ain't
go
going
to
no
the spa.
dirty cars.
Right. They're gonna get their
hair done. They get their nails
done.
They gonna do that. Just cater to the women. Men will suffer. Men will go without.
Definitely.
Men will start getting them clippers in. Yeah.
But I think women started being creative in YouTube and figured out how to do their hair and put lashes on.
Only for so long.
But the beauty,
only for so long.
The beauty industry is quite amazing.
All right. Any other questions? Any other comments? Gonna give a shout out to our sponsor. Drop our sponsor.
You are more than welcome. You are more than welcome. Shout out to Mike and Donna Bridges for this amazing Moscato Bartender Moscato. It's a bubbly Moscato, you guys. It was absolutely amazing. Honestly, look, y'all, we ain't got that much left in here.
Oh no, we're not far from this one.
This was the best. The best. So shout out. If
The
you
last
are
one was the best one.
right, the last one was the best. That's a good way to go out.
Can you put Michael
If
Bridges
you
number up?
need help when it comes to AC, if you need help with anything when it comes to heating the air, make sure you call Mike Bridges. He is the sponsor for tonight. I am gonna drop his number in that way you guys have it.
You didn't miss the opportunity, Ebony. We haven't been doing the replays because we're in a class. We mainly do the replays leading up to a class.
Not the replays, the master
class.
But we are gearing up for one, Ebony. So give me a second. We are restructuring the master class. So once it's ready, give me a few days. Once it's ready, I'll let you register for it.
Maybe we should create a waiting list.
Donna said, that's a good point. Donna said her braider made house calls.
Hey,
I'm telling you.
You got that. You don't go so long without that hair.
Right. All right. And for those of you who didn't see it, it's on the screen. Contact Mike Bridges for all your HVAC needs. 205-400-0896. He has been clutch over the last few weeks. I am so glad we connected.
Yes.
Because there are some things that we heard about, like we had other people to come look at it, and you can tell when you're just getting like a basic, they really don't know what they're doing. But no,
we can tell.
He has been thorough with it, explaining what it is, what you can do, if it's fixable and if it's not fixable.
Facts.
So thank you, Mike. We appreciate you so much. Thank you.
I'm about to set up a referral for you, Mike,
because he's about to explode.
He's gonna go blow up like the World Trade Center.
Ebony said, where should I keep an eye out? Facebook or on your website? I'm going to send you an email, Ebony, and I'll text you. I saw you signed up today to get news for REI Live, so I'll send you a text message. You are more than welcome. You are more than welcome. Thank you. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
All right. Anything else you want to do? Any recaps or reflections over your last 30 days?
No, I'm good for now.
Okay.
I will say that this is the final challenge for the 30 days, but we will be back.
Yes.
We will restructure it to where we'll get some feedback. We'll probably do a survey from the people and see can we get some feedback on kind of what days work best. Do we need to move the time? Because the only other option is during the day. We full-time investors and full-time mom and dad, so 10 o'clock was kind of from a nightcap, the earliest that we can get it. Now, we can talk all day during the day, just set it up, but 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock will people actually tune in. So if we reach out to you, give us some feedback, but we will continue these type of talks, this type of educational stuff and information, and ideally we'll have some guests to come on and give us some knowledge also.
Absolutely. All right, you guys, any more questions for tonight? Any more questions?
My audience done went to sleep.
Our live stage audience is slobbing. Yeah. Did the Dolphins win? They didn't win.
Our quarterback got hurt, bro.
And immediately it went down.
I mean, we was already struggling.
Oh, I didn't know I was going.
I mean, it was neck and neck, but when he went down, it was like.
So they're not undefeated.
I mean, it's a Super Bowl. You're talking to the Super Bowl runner-up, so there wasn't no
so
star
they're
team.
not undefeated, is what I'm saying.
No, we lost. Man.
Okay.
Just wanted to hear me say it.
No, I like the Dolphins. I just want to know. I just don't want all the extra fluff. All right, you guys. Have an amazing, amazing Friday on purpose. Be intentional with it. Don't let anyone steal your joy. Don't let
Facts.
anything steal your joy. Enjoy it. Make the best of it. And we will see you guys soon. Like, share, comment. If you think this will benefit anyone, share it with them so that they can see the recaps. And if you want to go back and look at some of the old ones, you can check it out on our YouTube channel. It's in the Wind Down with the Denmarks folder. And you can find us on YouTube by typing in the Denmarks and going to our page.
Sound good to me.
All right. Have a lovely night. We love you guys. Peace.